dog's age. Never mind. Would you kindly leg it over to the sphere and get on down to Hephaestus? It's time to settle up with Ryan.
Something for you, and Ryan. It's a requiem.
Mr. Bubbles. Hurry, Mr. Thank you for helping. What? Oh!
It is your duty to report the smuggler.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him, and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts. Now, would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch? It's time to finish this.
I say Cohen's lost his touch, if you knew him when he used to believe in the work, in the struggle. Now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he's still got it. I suppose that's why he let you live. You can taste it, can't you? Andrew Ryan.
Welcome to the circus. Ryan nationalised Fontaine Futuristics. He owns it now, lock, stock and barrel. For the good of the city, he says. He'll break it up in due time, he says. I've resigned from the council and lodged me letter of protest, but that's just pissing in the wind. It'll be war, I say. I spent the afternoon trying to get as close to Ryan's gate as possible without making a spectacle of myself. He's got it shielded 6 ways till Easter. There's no way into that place. All I got from my trouble was the hairy eyeball from Ryan's splicer mates. What's the reward you get for trying to outsmart the best electrical engineer of our generation?
A worm looks up and sees the face of God. But look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people who loved them, they got married, their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic core number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic core number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gotta go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
Like all parasites who ever tried to walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog. What is the difference between a man and a parasite? A man builds, a parasite. Rapture is coming back to life. Even now, can't you hear the breath returning to her lungs? The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. When that day comes, use your tombstone for payment tiles.
Ignore the lies of Atlas and his parasites. Rapture is on the rise.
Thank you for reminding me that the light of the world has not yet been snuffed out. I am sending a little one to help you on your way.
How weak but he is.
Strikes me that Fontaine wasn't overly inconvenienced by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, these wretched splicers come streaming out of the poorhouses and stormed the...
Do you guys have any idea there's a war on? If you don't follow proper maintenance on those big baddies, they burn through those R-34s like them Eve's apple berries go through penicillin. I've got Atlas's combs hitting us non-stop and two dead mechanics just this week. We need to control costs. If I wanted to deal with amateurs, I would have stayed on dry land.
I observe all of his Cursed shall be the fruit of thy basket!
To build a city at the bottom of the sea, incest. But where else could we be free from the clutching hand of the parasites? Where else could we build an economy that they would not try to control, a society that they would not try to destroy? It was not impossible to build rapture at the bottom of the sea. It was impossible to build it anywhere else.
An assassin. That's a bitch. I could have gone along, I suppose. Spliced up. Forgot. I believed in this place. I believed in Ryan. But when it got hard, Ryan didn't believe in rapture. Didn't believe in the Great Jane. He believed in power. And now this place is fucked, Joe. And my girl is... gone. Worse than gone. One of those... things. So am I an assassin? Well, only one way to find out.
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You could only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite at this side.
I didn't recognize the twist that come into the shop today. Stacked like Sally and dressed to the nines. She's played her cards pretty close to the vest, but you ain't gotta be no college job to see that she's into some bad China. She was asking about magnetic locks and some such. I played it coy, but she took offense. After she showed me round her backyard, I gave her directions to Keyboard's tool shop. Rapture's gone to hell, but sometimes a great change still cuts you a break.
An assassin. Oh, that's rich. I could have gone along, I suppose.
Before the final rat has eaten the last gram of rapture, I will lead a parade. Who was that, they'll say, as they point to the sad shape hanging on my wall. Who was that?
I begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's heuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering, but the stupid sod won't listen to reason. Instead, he's just splicing his mob up, giving them more and tougher plasmids. There's an arms race on here in Rapture, but it's not about who can build the best guns and the biggest bombs. It's about who can become less of a man and more of a monster.
I'm sorry, Father. I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say.
and it was pouring juice down Ryan's throat, choking the bastard. But it wasn't it. The basic casing is ready. I've got one charge of nitroglycerin in my office. That will serve as the catalyst. Now I need 4 R34 lead shield wire stubs to pass the circuit. Then a half can of ionic gel, that's the pretty Betty of the mix. Should send the core into compensation mode, push power down the line and trigger the circuit breaker on Ryan's gate. Well, that's the theory. It'll either work like a charm, or blow up half of Rapture. Nothing ventured. What a balmy dream. Some kind of fruit tree spinning like a top. And it was pouring juice down Ryan's throat, choking the bastard. But it wasn't a tree, really. When I looked closer, it was the core control. The gizmo that feeds the maglocks on Ryan's gate. You can't cut off the power. It comes right from the volcanic vents. Ryan always gets his juice. But I suppose you could drown the son of a bitch in it.
To destroy themselves with careless splicing, undeniable. But I will make no... A man builds a city at the bottom of the sea. That's a marvel. Another man happens to be on a plane that crash lands on the same city in the middle of the ocean. Why, that sounds more like a miracle.
Spices are dragging the young woman off right now. I'm certain she's one of Ryan's spies, sent to feel me out. I think she is. If I'm wrong, an innocent girl will end up on Ryan's bloody trophy wall. I might, Mel. I best be right. The device is almost finished. I can't get soft now, I can't.
Is there blood in the streets? Of course. Have some chosen to destroy themselves with careless splicing? Undeniable. But I will make no proclamations. I will dictate no laws. The great chain moves slowly, but with wisdom. It is our impatience that invites in the parasite of big government. And once you've invited it in, it will never stop feeding on the body of the city.
I tracked the problem that was blocking the tubes here, and you'll never believe where I ended up. A damn farmer's market clear on the other end of Rapture. I fixed it right up and installed some new gaskets. What a mess. Anyway, the code is 0512 if you ever need to get back in there to do maintenance.
bit better. You got to put it on the core, past geothermal control. And we'll see if these needle noses knew what the hell they were talking about.
I can see you. I'll kill you first. I'll kill you first.
Looks like the ocean's got an itch to retake this corner of Rapture. This happened right after the start of the war. Read about it in the papers. Head on in. Let's see what I can dig up to help. I'm no engineer, but if I read these plans right, you can channel that magma flow using the redirect valve. It'll boil off that water right quick, and you'll be able to reach the core. But Ryan's sure to take notice. Might want to set up a perimeter just to be certain.
Will these creatures kill you? Even I don't know. As you drag me closer to the abyss, you pull yourself right along with me. I offer you a quick death, perhaps. It would be preferable to what you currently win. Far away from your family, from your friends, from everything you ever loved. But for some reason, you like it here. You feel something. You can't quite put your finger on. Think about it for a second. Maybe it will come to you. Nostalgia. What did Atlas offer you? A piece of my plundered city? Mark my words. Your only reward will be a knife and All that matters to me is me. And all that matters to you is me. Even in the book of lies, sometimes you find truth. There is indeed a season for all things. And now that I see flesh to flesh and blood to blood, I know I cannot raise my hand against you. But know this, you are my greatest disappointment. Does your master hear me? Atlas, you can kill me, but you will never have my city. My strength is not in steel and fire. That is what the parasites will never understand. A season for all things. A time to live and a time to die. A time to build and a time to destroy! Come now, my child. There is one final thing to discuss.
What? Ryan's at the core to self-destruct. This is different than what you did. He's got a mind to take down the whole damn city. Get in there and whack the chunk before the whole joint blows!
Advanced deployment, Lot 111, Dr. Sir Jhan, client Fontaine Futuristics. Did you talk your puppy? She's very pretty.
Thank you, Papa Jhan.
Break her neck for me. What? Break that sweet pant's neck.
The assassin has overcome my final defense, and now he's come to murder me. In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys. You think you have memories. A farm. A family. An airplane. A crash. And then this place. Was there really a family? Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master. Was a man sent to kill or a slave? A man chooses. A slave obeys. Come in. Stop, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that home? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run! Stop! Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill! A chooses. I shall obey.